Can you just give us your thoughts on the sentence today?
You know, it's what was asked for. It's what the family wanted. You know, and like I said, the day of the change of the plea, you know, I'm here to support the family, and you know, everyone from my office, we support the decision the family made. You know, so today's a good day. You know, today's the day that you know, the sentence was carried out, and you know, we'll never forget. You know, unfortunately though, we you know, we'll be reminded of it every day. But you know, we here at the Morrow County Sheriff's Office, we will continue to move on.
Can you talk about the significance of having sentencing on today, the 1-year anniversary of when Weston was taken?
You know, it's you know, I don't even know how to describe that. It's you know, being the 1-year anniversary and the day that the sentence was carried out. You know, I mean, it's huge. You know, it's you know, I can't put it into words, but it is the 1-year anniversary, and you know, and it's I guess it's fitting that today is the day that, you know, the sentence was handed down.
And what did you think of Wilson making his statement today? Did those words mean anything to you?
Who?
Sheriff, the morning that this happened a year ago today, we heard you say, you described Weston as a smile that lights up the room. We heard that many times again today, and there was hardly a dry eye looking around. It's difficult to see many men in uniform like you crying and stuff like that. So when you looked around the room, how could you describe the feelings in there?
Yeah, it's an emotional time, and you know, the men and women of the Morrow County Sheriff's Office, they showed up in force. I believe there was roughly about 15 of us in there, and you know, it sends a message. You know, this you know, this incident happened here. You know, we can't change that, but like I said earlier, you know, we can continue to you know, keep Weston's memory alive and continue to move forward and continue to honor him by still giving the service that we give to the citizens of Morrow County.
Talk to us about the show of force. You guys had to have an overflow room because so many people wanted to be here today to support you guys, to support Weston's family.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate that we couldn't squeeze everyone into the courtroom, you know, but you know, his coworkers, his friends, you know, his partners showing up, you know, that's a big thing. It's a huge deal, and you know, they wanted to be here and they wanted to be a part of it. You know, they're the ones that worked with him every day, and got to be a part of his life while he was here at the sheriff's office.
You guys honor him every day by just doing your job, but do you have other plans to honor him in the memorial, or I mean, even in training, talking about the legacy that he left?
You know, there's we're still in the works, but we're in the process of getting US 42 out there in front of the sheriff's office renamed in his honor. You know, that's one thing we're going to do. You know, I mean, there's you know, every year on the anniversary, hopefully we will be able to do something. I know there's, I believe it's later on today, I think it's Chris County, Georgia. They're going to be stopping by to, you know, to deliver something on a 1-year anniversary. So.
And this doesn't bring them back, but does this bring the sentence bring a sense of justice or a little bit of closure here?
Yeah, I mean, it'll bring some closure. You know, but like I said, you know, we're not going to forget. You know, we'll continue to push on and, you know, honor him every chance we get.
Are you surprised at how much Wilson's family thanked Deputy Sherrer, saying that he really saved their lives in that day last year? What was your take on what they said about Deputy Sherrer?
You know, I was surprised by that. I, you know, didn't expect that. You know, it was powerful. It was a powerful impact statement, and you know, and I appreciate the courage she took to get up there and say the things that she said.
How has the last year been for you and for your office?
It's been tough. It's been a whirlwind. You know, but we've gotten through it, and we'll continue to get through it. And you know, it's like I said, just we won't forget. We'll continue to honor him.
So how will you and the deputies remember Weston, aside from what happened today, but back in the office?
You know, probably just the memories we had. You know, like I said, he always had a smile on his face. You know, was always in a good mood, was always happy. You know, those are the things that I'll remember.
Any words you would like to say to Weston's family who were so strong in there today?
You know, to Dan and Julie, they become like a mom and dad to me. You know, and I've spent a lot of time with them. You know, and you know, I love them. You know, like they're my own parents. And you know, and look forward to. Well, I can tell you, you know, that we've how close we've become. They actually came to my daughter's first communion. You know, like last month, I believe is when it was. So, I mean, that's how close we become. You know, myself and Chief Deputy Rich Crabtree. You know, we plan to still interact with them as much as we can.
Can you talk to me about the decision, how much easier it may have been for you and for your office that this was a plea deal instead of a trial?
Repeat the question, I'm sorry.
How much easier it is for everyone that this is a plea deal instead of a drawn-out trial?
It's easier in the aspect of, you know, there'll be things said and seen, you know, in a trial that, you know, you don't have to when it comes to a plea deal. So that in itself is a huge thing, you know. But, you know, as I said, you know, this is what the family wanted, and I stand behind them 100% with this.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just that, you know, the media, all of you has been great to us, and I, you know, and appreciate that. I know Dan and Julie as well, they appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.